Hey guys, good afternoon. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday, guys. I know you're probably surprised to see me. Yeah. So if you guys are new to watching my live streams and my content, I'm Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I help small businesses and individuals save money on their taxes, build generational wealth, and build profitable, scalable, and sustainable businesses. So I was supposed to be doing some PR content really quick. And then I said, well, let me go live and give you guys the opportunity, which I haven't done in like forever, give you guys the opportunity to pick my brain, ask me some questions, and things like that. So questions regarding taxes, bookkeeping, tax strategies, tax deductions, whatever the case may be. So I'll give you guys maybe like a few minutes to start posting your questions and commenting like that. So while I'm waiting for you guys to post your questions, right? And it can be any question like, oh, can I write off my G-Wagon? Oh, can I claim my house as a tax deduction? Oh, what should I do to start my business? Things like that. Whatever your questions are, guys, I think I'm knowledgeable enough in my industry and in business to be able to answer them for you guys today. So while I'm waiting for you guys to post your questions, and don't be afraid to ask any question. So while I wait for you guys' questions, I'm going to go to the hot topics that I wanted to discuss. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up my hot topic. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, guys. So if you're watching me on YouTube, well, if you're not watching me on YouTube and you want to see my screen and the hot topics that we're about to talk about this afternoon, head over to our YouTube channel, which is Folasade TV. Please like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm really attempting to try to grow our YouTube channel because there's enough BS out there, guys. Y'all need some wholesome, real, actual good content. I think I'm kind of funny enough to keep y'all entertained. Okay, so we about to watch this video real quick.
I just don't think it's out there. For me, 26-year-old Dominican, gorgeous. So she asked me for $25,000. 25,000. I was like, where did she get off asking me for 25,000? And then in the back of my head, I'm like, this is the tip of the iceberg. 100%. If she's my girl, that she gonna ask, I need 100.
Hermes.
Get all of this money from my family to have some bad come around and just start siphoning it out. That's never happening, yo. So that's why I don't think it's in the cards for me. I don't know if I could find someone who I'm going to be attracted to that's like a nice, good person. And
so you say you got your guard up all the time?
You have to. Would love to have.
All right, guys. So you hear IRV Gotti say that he cannot find a wholesome, baddie chick. The most recent chick that he was dealing with was 25 years old, and she asked him for 25 bands. And so why am I bringing this up? Because number one, it involves money, and it also involves a lot of demise, and it really is surrounded around the demise that we're having in our community. So right now, this 53-year-old man is actually dating someone that he's old enough to be their father. Now, I'm not judging anybody because I'm not that type of person that judge, but we have to actually start looking at the reality of things. If you had a 25-year-old daughter, would you want your 25-year-old daughter to date a 53-year-old man? Number one. The second thing is, what does a 53-year-old man as successful as him have in common with the 25-year-old that just graduated from college and haven't really experienced life? Okay. My other concern about that is that we are perpetuating this concept of, oh man, you work hard to get the bag and then you can have any type of woman. But as you guys can see, IRV Gotti is the epitome of that concept. He's gotten a bag. He's extremely successful, extremely out there, well known, right? So guys, we are doing a Q&A. So if you want me to answer your question, put it in the Q&A box. Put it in the Q&A box so it can stay there, because if you don't put in the Q&A box, I won't be able to pull up the question and ask it. Okay, so I'm going to be answering the questions as they come in, but I'm gonna continue with the IRV Gotti conversation, and then I'll come back to your questions. So if you guys have any questions at all, don't be afraid. Just to give you guys some context, I used to do live streams since 2014. How old is Bren? Bren is 11. I've been doing content since my baby was born. For over 12 years, I've been live streaming on Periscope and giving tips and strategies for over 12 years. A lot of you guys that are new to following me and seeing me is because I've been banned for over 2 years. They've actually blocked my content over the past 2.5 years. So me and my team, thankfully to my manager at that time, my marketing manager at the time, we were able to get me unbanned about 5 months ago. So you guys are just seeing me. So just imagine how many followers I would have had if I wasn't banned for 2 years. I will have about maybe 200,000 followers by now. So we got to put this in context. So you guys are just seeing me. Get comfortable to the live Q&As, especially if I have some time. I will always answer you guys' question, because the last thing that I want you guys is to go get bad advice from all of these deadbeat other accountants and all of these scammer consultants out here. It is my passion and my duty to answer all of y'all questions. Okay, so post your questions. I don't know, they blocked me. Ask my team. I could bring all 5 of my team members. We were actually banned. I like y'all ads, the ads that y'all seeing, I just was able to start doing ads. I wasn't even able to do ads. My actual ad account is still blocked, literally. Okay, so I've been banned. And yeah, so let me go back to the IRV Gotti content. Post your questions under the Q&A, guys, and I'm going to come back and answer them. Okay. So with the IRV Gotti situation, guys, this concept of older men dating younger women, it leads to actually older men being extremely lonely and miserable. But we have had this concept of a high value man, work hard. You know, when you get successful, then that's when you can have any woman. But let's really put this in perspective, guys. Do we want any woman, or do we want the woman that actually truly love us? Because it's a difference between a woman loving you for what you have and what you can do for her, and a woman loving everything about you, regardless of what you have and what you can do for her. So that high value man, wait until you're rich, then you can pick any type of woman. Right now, we have not seen the actual repercussions of that, because the majority of those men have not reached their peak year. So like IRV Gotti is that Gen Xer. He's a Gen Xer. So over the next maybe 4 years, you guys will start to see more Gen Xer men being completely honest, saying that they're miserable and they wish they would have married the lady that really loved them years ago. Watch, it's inevitable. God never created us to actually be lonely and only fishing for money and all of this misconceptions and this y'all have been led down the wrong path. I've seen, and I know from my personal experience, if you're loved right, the amount of success that you can have supersedes what an individual, a single person can achieve on their own. But you guys fall into this concept of, oh, let me just get the bag and then I can get any type of woman. When the reality is that woman don't love you. She love your money. And the moment that you lose that money, you're going to end up losing her. The woman that love you is going to motivate you, encourage you, and work with you to build that bag back. But the woman that's there for you guys just for the money, she's going to run off as soon as the money go away. So I don't think that with these red pillars, this concept of this high value men have options and all of this stuff, that's going to lead a lot of you guys men extremely miserable and depressed and sad. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a bit older than some of you guys, may not be as old as some of you that follow me, but I'm very experienced, not like highly sexually experienced, but experienced in terms of the real world and reality and having the best of both worlds. Like, guys, if you're new to following me, you may not know that I used to be like a socialite. Like, you know how like you're out there, you're really popular, you in the club scene, you living a life, everybody wants you, you designer this, travel, flown out, the works, right? The socialite lifestyle. And most of the men that was then trying to holler at us when we were younger, they're miserable, they're lonely, and they only have sugar women that's still around just for their money. That is not life, guys. That is not life. That's why IRV Gotti is saying what he's saying right now, because to be honest with you guys, after a long day, he want to go home to his woman. He want to go home to a woman that you can trust. He want to go home to a woman that got his back and he can be completely naked with. I had saw a post on social media the other day where a person was saying, and I fully believe this, even with me not being a virgin when I met my husband, right? That we are supposed to really not have sex like we are right now. Like, we're in this hookup culture, right? And so from experience, that hookup culture, guys, that's why we're in the situation we're in. Women having so many bodies, men just completely all over the place, not secure in their masculinity. Just the breakage of the household all stems from our sexual promiscuity. I can never say that word. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. All comes from that, simply because the more sex you guys need and you're not able to go to the last person that you were sleeping with, you're going to try to find another person. And if that person not around, you're going to try to find another person. And if that relationship dry up, you jump into another relationship for sex, guys. It's never going to be fulfilling. I don't understand. I think because a lot of you guys have never been, I'm not going to say you guys are not attractive, and I'm not trying to be mean. I don't think I'm the prettiest person in the world, but I don't care what none of y'all say. You would never make me think I'm ugly, because I'm far from it, right? I think a lot of you guys just never got the attention that you guys think that you need. Like, you never got hit on by a lot of women, or some of you females just never got taken care of by men. So you guys are seeking something that's really not that important. From experience, I've had it all. And actually now, even now, I don't even like it. I don't like being looked at as a sex toy. I don't like none of that stuff. It's not important. So guys, we are just leading into the hell and sins, and I truly don't want no part of it. So if you guys think just getting the bag and sleeping around is wholesome and going to get you somewhere in life, and not being with the person that you love and love you, and y'all doing right by each other, you're going to be fooled. See, the joke's going to be on you guys. So my team is going to pull this video right for you guys. So I've been saying this literally for 2 years now, simply because God told me, Folasade, how are you going to help build generational wealth if everybody is getting a divorce, if all of the relationships are suffering, if nobody want to get married and nobody doing this? And guys, at that time, my marriage was suffering, and still my marriage is suffering now, right? And I'm like, you want me to talk about that stuff? I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. And then it dawned on me, I really don't have no choice. I had to talk about relationships with you guys, because if I really want to help you guys build generational wealth, the way to do it is with family. When a single person died, their generational wealth does not stay with them. It goes to the government or to somebody else on somebody else's side of their family. It doesn't go to their lineage. So guys, really put that in perspective when you're trying to live this fast life and thinking having all of these females and being a hot babe or baddie or a high value man and big bag and all y'all ass is going to end up being lonely and single. And I feel sorry for the majority of you. I really do feel sorry for you guys. Let me see if you guys have any questions. I did see some questions. Guys, put them in the chat for me. She said, does an LLC sole member have to file their personal and business taxes together instead of separately? That is a good question. Let me see if I can pin this question. All right, so guys, I'm about to shift. Let me stop sharing really quick. All right, so the question on Instagram says, does an LLC sole member, okay, meaning sole member have to file their personal and business taxes together? So guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of you guys try to use some of the technical terms, and this is why y'all still confused about how to file the taxes. So I'm not going to use sole member and disregard an entity to act like I know what I'm talking about, because I do know what I'm talking about. But let's put this in layman's terms. If you are a LLC sole proprietor, or you are just a DBA, or just have a trademark, right? Your business should be filed together on your personal 1040 on Schedule C, on the form Schedule C. So this is for all of you that are just a sole proprietor, meaning you haven't converted your business over to an S corp, you haven't converted your business over to a partnership, and you haven't converted your business over to a corporation. Okay, if you haven't converted your business over to a partnership, S corp, or corporation, right, you will file your business taxes on form Schedule C that will be attached to your personal return. Now, if you are an S corp or a partnership, right, the S corp will file the 1120S first, right, and then you will get a K1 that will then roll over to your personal return. Okay, and the same goes for the partnership as well. The partnership return will be filed first, and then you will be issued a K1 that will then roll over to your personal tax return. Okay, so that should definitely answer that question. Okay. Oh, I love you too. Okay, guys, so do you have any other questions before I go to my next topic? So guys, put your questions in the chat so it can stay as well. All right, so let me bring this up. And I knew exactly which one that I wanted to talk about at first, guys. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Hold on, guys. Let me put some music on real quick. Hold on. Let me put some music on. So it'll be like no big deal. Hey, Natasha, good afternoon. Okay, guys, so hopefully you can see my screen. I'm going to read it off. Okay, so it was a post that I saw on Instagram. It says, my client and her husband owns a tow truck company, and baby, I ask him every day, can I purchase one of those G-Wagons, right? And so Derek responded saying, fun fact, G-Wagon and Range Rovers have been the most repossessed cars this year due to the LLC gurus teaching they can write them off as a business expenses and get a free car. They overspent on them, thinking they get it written off from people who have never passed an audit by the IRS. Better get y'all a Manham account and go get them from the auctions. So guys, I'm actually glad he said that, because that was exactly how I felt. I have represented hundreds of clients against the IRS in audits, and I'm not afraid to present the IRS about you having a G-Wagon or anything, but there's just certain things that we need to substantiate your expenses. Certain things that we need to make sure that your expenses is considered ordinary and necessary and not extravagant. And that need is really depending on the success, the income of your business. A lot of you guys have ruined yourself over the past 2 years through this PPP stuff, this ERC stuff, through this how to write off everything. You guys have failed for every scam that has been out there. Every coach over the sun, and I have said something about it, and people will come on my content and lay me out. I've said it over the past years, that stop taking advice from people that have never sat in or represented clients in the audit. But y'all still want to listen to all these coaches talk about they writing off this, writing off that. When come to find out, a lot of them were renting that stuff and just doing it so they can make the money. But y'all the ones now are going to have to end up fighting IRS audits, high tax debt, because they're going to throw out some of your expenses. Okay, or end up getting tax liens put there because you listen to all of these fake gurus. I wish. So now I think it's Australia. Australia is passing a law that you have to be a licensed practitioner before you can give financial advice. Now, for all of my coaches, whatever you specialize in, that's sales. I don't think you need a sales license to teach us sales. But if you teaching how to write off stuff on your taxes, you should be either an enrolled agent or CPA or something, okay? Or tax attorney. But y'all taking advice from people that's just plopping up online. What's the weird part about it is y'all don't do y'all due diligence at all. Because a lot of people that y'all got rich by buying their how to write off the G-Wagon, how to write off this, how to be a coach, how to do all of this. Guess what? They just plopped online in 2020. The majority of all of the people that scammed y'all only plopped online in the year 2020. The people like myself, we ended up back and back, because it was just too much scamming going on, because we already had successful businesses already. See, a lot of us, we already have successful businesses offline, and we coming to give y'all our expertise online. These scammers are online and they stealing our content, because that's what happened. All of them stole my content. If you go back to my page and compare the timing of all of my Hire Your Child content, all of my content about hiring your child, put them in an IRA, do this. If you scour the internet, I was the first one that posted that content since 2016. They stole all of my content and blocked me and banned us and reported us to Instagram and Facebook. Because since 2020, I've been banned. And I've been warning you about them. But then I stopped putting people's names out there. And thanks to JT for blasting all of them, him and Tony and them, for keep blasting all of these scammers. Because I've been trying to tell y'all they got me blocked. So now guess what? Because y'all keep listening to these unlicensed professionals trying to get rich quick, right? You have now set your family back. So I'm going to have my team break up my video that I begged of you to not fall into those scams, and you guys did it anyway. Like right now, I have clients that's going to end up owing IRS about $100 and something thousand. Not because their business made a lot of money, not because they business because all the paperwork is screwed, everything's all messed up. People are now getting audited from the employee retention credits. The PPP people starting to come after them people now. So you think that within the next 3 years, you're not going to see what the impact of all of your poor decisions have led you guys. And I feel so bad, but it's nothing I can do because I tried to warn you guys. I showed you exactly the forms they were going to use to scam you guys, and you guys refused to listen. You guys refused to listen. Hold on, guys. Let me go pull this up. Oh. Okay, no, I can't show that one yet, Chan. I can't show that one yet. Let me see. All right, let me show you guys. Like, look, guys, when I tell y'all I love plies, I really love plies, y'all. Hold on.
So motherfucking, hey.
Hold on.
Yeah, motherfucking American Airlines. So motherfucking, hey.
Where's my beeps? Come on now.
I spent $1,400 on a one-way motherfucking ticket with y'all. You tell me we leaving at this motherfucking time, and you gonna get me there at this motherfucking time. And for that motherfucking service, you gonna charge me $1,400 motherfucking dollars. When I motherfucking gave you my money, I did my motherfucking part. Now it was time for you to do your motherfucking part. Leave when you say we was gonna motherfucking leave, and get me there when you say you was gonna motherfucking get me there. That's the motherfucking agreement. Then the minute you don't motherfucking do that, it ain't your motherfucking fault. When the weather fucked up, it ain't your motherfucking fault. If I show up late, it ain't your motherfucking fault.
Oh my God.
But the minute your rag-ass motherfucking planes break down, and you can't find no motherfucking parts, you still don't want it to be your motherfucking fault.
All right, guys. I'm sorry for all of the curse a little bit, for all of y'all holy rollies and everything. I know that was probably a little too much for you guys, but I'm going to be honest with you, Plies. I feel you. The reality is, I think one thing we have to understand is that business is business. Until the government create policies that impose stipulations on return policy, refund policies, each business and yourself have the discretion to create your own refund policy. And so I understand his frustration because I will be upset too, screaming, popping off, just like him, y'all, popping off, right? But we also have to really put that in business perspective. It's their policies that's a problem. So we now need to demand that they come up with a better refund policy. Just screaming like this, right? It doesn't really solve anything. If he would have now took a step back, breathe, and evaluated things and say, you know what, American Airlines, y'all refund policies suck. This is what y'all need to do, and give examples of it, and then maybe have other people, comment and feedback on it. And then maybe even screenshot the refund policy or something and let them know that it's an issue. But then that's why the government now stepping in. If I'm not mistaken, I saw that the government is trying to incorporate a refund policy for airlines. Now, remember, guys, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care whatever your situation. I'm going to just give you my unbiased opinion because I always have to look at life from two perspectives. Business perspective, because I'm a business owner and I help my clients incorporate policies and stuff just like this. And then I'm also an individual person, right? So from the individual person perspective, it's detrimental. I like, oh my gosh, they're the worst. They need a better refund policy, right? But from a business perspective, if each airline, let's say, cancel between 1,500 flights a day, and let's just say on average, I wish I had my other phone. Let's just use a small number. Is my calculator working? Oh, yes. Okay. So I got my calculator. Yay. Okay. So let's say we got 1,500 airlines that cancel per day. let's say, for example, each flight ticket is on average of $250, right? So that means their airlines would lose $375,000 just for one day, and there's 365 days in a year. That is 100,000, $136 million. So from a business perspective, if I was the airline's accountant, yes, I will have them review their refund policy, right? But I will evaluate the losses that we will incur. And so the reality is that and I don't agree with the government stepping in, because that takes away from the concept of free enterprise. Now, yes, requiring certain licenses to protect the public, I understand the government controlling that, right? But now requiring and checking our refund policy as a business person, we didn't work this hard for somebody else to tell us how to refund money, when to refund money, and under what circumstances, and how much we should refund. That defeats the purpose of having your own business. So economically, from a business perspective, I don't think the government imposing a refund policy on the airlines is good, because, see, guys, this is my mindset. Remember, if you've been watching me for a while, you don't know this, but if you've been watching me for a while, you know this. The moment one company, one industry agrees to it, it's going to roll over to everything. So the moment one state approve a law, other states are going to jump on. So if they're able to approve and impose refund policies on the airline industry, they're going to now go and tap into other industries and start making policies that they shouldn't even be stepping into. And I think that takes away from free enterprise and from us being able to make our money. I don't wake up every day. I didn't slave, almost lose my home, my car, everything for 10 years. Let's say 9 years, right? For somebody to step in and say, oh, Folasade, because this client got mad, or because you had to cancel the flight, you have to refund this. And every client going forward, this is the required policy. And if you don't refund them within this, we're going to fine you this. That takes away from business. When y'all start a business and you have to make policies and procedures, you will understand. And when every policy and every procedure impact your bottom line, you will understand my mind frame. But until you have a legitimate business with policies, procedures, this, you may not understand. However, American Airlines and all of the airlines should do their best to service their client and have the best refund policy possible, and be more accommodating. It's so interesting. My aunt told me about 2 months ago that back in the day, when their flights was canceled, you would get a hotel, they would pay for your food, you would get a voucher, you would get all of those things. Now, like Plies, you get $25. And that's shameful for the airlines to do this. So they, on an individual basis, should make the changes to their policies. I don't think that the government should come and impose it, because that means you're taking away from us being able to control the outcome of our businesses. And hey, you trying to tell me how to refund money and do everything? I don't even want to be in business no more. I might as well go and be an employee. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's all that I have. If you guys have any questions at all, this is your opportunity to post your questions and ask them to me. I don't know, guys. I say that I'm going to continue, and my word is normally my word, right? I say I'm going to continue just doing live streams and things like that, but I'm such a free spirit, guys. I really don't want to do anything that I don't want to do. So today I was in the spirit to come and talk with you guys. So I will come and talk with you guys when I'm in the spirit. I will always do my radio show at a certain time, but my live streams, I don't care about making money on YouTube and algorithms on YouTube and all of that stuff. I'm coming to serve you guys. So whenever I'm live, click the notification so you can be notified, because I'm not going to give you guys no set time for my regular little live streams like this. I'm not. If something happens, something popular happened, I may go live, but I don't know. But yeah, guys, so I'm gone. I wish you guys the absolute best. And if you have any other questions, save the question. And then when you guys see me do my live Q&A again, right, you can come and ask me, you know. But for everybody that watch the hot topics, right? I know once my team break it out, y'all gonna bash me, because I always end up getting bashed, right? But I'm also, you have to put this in perspective, guys. I have always been the type that has looked towards the future. I've always been a planner, and I'm an empath, so I can feel it. I can feel pain, I can feel misery, I can feel it. And I really feel like a lot of you guys are just blind to what the purpose of life is. And I can't apologize because I'm not your mom, I'm not your sister, so I didn't negatively impact you guys, right? But I do apologize for you, for all of the women and for all of the men that was never shown real love and was never taught the value of what a man brings to the table and what a woman brings to the table. And for everyone that didn't have a mom like me and a dad like me that will tell them that you're going to get 100 heartbreaks. You're going to get 100 heartbreaks. You're going to have women break your heart and let you down. You're going to have men break your heart. It's nothing to define your values around. I think a lot of you guys were just raised without the emotional development and the emotional support, or I would say what I do with Brennan Bryce, the life lessons. Because after I get off the call with you guys, I go talk to my children and I let them know our standards, their values, and their worth. So like even my daughter, her hair's all over her head, and I'm like, Bren, you feel uncomfortable going out? She's like, no, Ma, I'm not uncomfortable. These people already, I know I'm getting my hair done on Saturday. I don't owe it to these people to explain anything to me. I don't know if I'm raising them that way or whatever I'm doing, but I just want to say I apologize for all of you that didn't have your mom and you didn't have your dad and you didn't have the auntie and stuff that I had that taught me that what the world perceive of you is not important. What God wants from you and your relationship with God is most important. I feel so bad because y'all are lost. And it's depressing to even look at. It's a whole generation, a whole culture. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, it's other cultures that's doing it. But they're not at the bottom of the pedestal. I'm not worried about other cultures. I am Black. Not worried about no other culture. So that conversation should not be had with me. What I'm concerned about is our culture and where we're headed. We are headed. And honestly, I don't even want to envision the hell that you guys are going to endure, because me and my family are not going to endure that, because we're realists and optimists. And the reality is that if a lot of you don't change your perspective, you're going to be in 5 years from now regretting everything that you've done from the moment you watch this content. I pray that each and every one of you guys find out who you are. Come offline, like I said last week. Come offline and figure out who you are. If you are a woman that need validation from men, you got to show your body. You sleeping around with a lot of men. You really going to have to do some soul searching, guys. That is not normal. It's not. It's not. I don't even know why we've come to accept the normalcy of sinning, of stuff that's I don't even want to go down that path. I digress, guys, but I'm so hurt because, see, guys, I save all my content and everything that I've asked of you guys have come true. Now, I'm not saying I'm a prophecy or prophet, none of that. I'm not saying that. Until God shows me that, I won't say it, right? Which he did show me that, but I would never say that. But some people see things ahead of time or feel it and stuff and say, oh, don't go outside today. Stay in the house. Something don't feel right. And the moment you don't listen, you end up in deep shit, right? I'm that one, right? So I'm asking y'all, men and women, snap back into reality. Y'all have allowed social media to actually destroy everything that was meaningful. Now, I don't want to go on the topic about single moms and baby moms. I might talk about that on another show, right? But the reality is, guys, all of y'all are just insecure. Y'all say, oh, I don't want the stress. For all of the men that say they can't handle stress, you're not a man. Men was created to endure the most physical and mentally draining task of the world. But dealing with a kid, you say it's draining? Dealing with another man, yes, it can be a lot, right? But for y'all to be in this state, y'all just are weak. And then the women that's having babies all over the place and making an excuse for you needing to have an orgasm, then you got pregnant. Stop it. Stop it, guys. I don't even know what to say. But I'm out, y'all. Peace. See y'all later.